Hey, Jeremy Osterberger here with BIC Magazine. I have U.S. Congressman Brian Babin with me. He represents the 36th Congressional District here in Texas. Dr. Babin, how are you?
I'm doing great, Jeremy. Good to be with you.
You've participated in this conference in the past here at the Gulf Coast Industry Forum?
I certainly have. It's a very worthwhile endeavor to come to this.
Well, we appreciate you being here.
Glad to be here.
Let's get into it. So talk about District 36. What's happening as it relates to the refining and petrochemical industry?
I'm glad to do that. I'm very proud of the district I represent, the 36, which is comprised of 9 counties in southeast Texas. It goes from Houston all the way to the Sabine River in Louisiana, on the Louisiana border, and up about 100 miles. 9 counties. We've got more petrochemical refining facilities in this district than any other district in the entire country. We have 4 ports. We've got Johnson Space Center. We have got a very diverse district. You think there's nothing but manufacturing and chemical plants and refineries here, but we've got 7 counties that are timber producers, and we have a lot of ag and seafood, and we represent the Galveston Bay area and plus Sabine Lake. So we got a lot going on in the 36th Congressional District.
So, Dr. Babin, we've got this first wave of construction that's completed or near completion. There's that second wave coming. You know, what does Texas need to do, and what does the U.S. policy need to be to really drive more growth into this industry, and especially, of course, along this southeast Texas area?
Well, one great thing that has already happened, and we passed the Tax Cuts and Jobs Act last December, the end of last year, 2017, and this is absolutely been a game changer for our economy in the United States. We have gone from a position of where we were saying where are the jobs to now we're saying where are the workers.
Okay.
Just trying to get enough employees. A lot of these companies, a lot of these job creators are expanding at a huge rate that you mentioned. We've got ExxonMobil, for example, is plowing $55 billion into the Texas Gulf Coast region, and many other companies are expanding like gangbusters. Chevron, Shell. There's just a ton of them, and some of these chemical plants as well. And providing more and more jobs. We've got a workforce training, several training institutions here in San Jacinto College, Baytown Lee, Lamar College, that are training these people up. They don't need to have a 4-year college degree to get a 6-figure paying job per year. I think we can offer people here in this district high-paying jobs better than any other place around without having to have a 4-year college degree. And then also, if we're bringing people in, we've lowered the tax rates. We have enabled companies that have gone overseas to come back to the United States. People who are already here. We've got an economic boom going on because the oil boom is starting again. We've got $68 to $70 a barrel oil, which has really started increasing the petrochemical industry again. And then we absolutely have lower taxes. The average taxpayer in my district is getting a $2,100 a year tax cut or a pay increase. This is nothing to sneeze at. Unlike some of our competitors across the aisle say, hey, that's just chicken feed, or that's nothing.
It means something to middle class families.
And so we have an economic boom going on right here.
Well, Dr. Babin, we thank you so much for being here.
Can I add one thing, if you don't mind, Jeremy?
Yes, sir.
Because I have left out one of the most important aspects of what we're doing, and that is deregulation.
Yes, sir. Yeah, cover that. Yeah, talk a little bit about the deregulation.
Let me tell you something. Deregulation is part of what Mr. Trump wanted, and this is what he ran on when he was a candidate, and he wants deregulation because as in my 4 years of serving in Congress, that's one of the biggest problems that people have as being job creators, employers, or small business people, and that is complying with all of the agencies and the bureaucratic red tape that gets in the way of being a successful business person. And so President Trump came out and he said, look, guys, we want to, for every new regulation that we create, we want to get rid of 2 regulations. And so the Congress has gone to work, the Republican-controlled Congress, House and Senate. We have done 16 Congressional Review Acts. That's more than any other Congress in history has done to roll back a lot of this regulation and red tape. And instead of for every new one, we're getting rid of 2. For every new regulation, we've gotten rid of 22 regulations. This gives us really billions and billions of dollars of savings because we don't have to comply with these things anymore. We've unshackled our economy and the business folks and the workers that work for them, the workforce. They can do what they're trained to do now, and they are doing it. And so deregulation, tax cuts, trade deals that the president has been working on, reworking NAFTA. I think it's high time. It's been 24 years since we've reworked NAFTA. He's done a great job in signing a deal with Mexico. He's working on one with Canada, which is going to help American taxpayers, American workers, American laborers, and American industry and businesses. So I'm looking very much forward to continuing the economic boom that we've seen over the last couple of years.
Dr. Babin, thank you so much for joining us.
You bet, Jeremy.
Always great to see you.
Yes, sir. Good to see you.